Hi there viewers, I'm the Extraordinary Tourist and welcome to day 4 of the InkTober challenge. On screen you can see the rules of the challenge along with my unofficial rules that I've put together because I'm participating in the challenge using digital inks. If you'd like to know more about those rules, you can either pause them, go back and pause them on the screen, or go back to my first video in the series where I talk more about why I've added the extra rules for myself. And also, if you're interested in the equipment I'm using a Pablo Coast 22 pen display tablet along with a copy of Clip Studio Paint EX as my digital inks. The drawing that I chose to do today is a completely new drawing of a character that I designed somewhere around 1995 called Detective Duck. I was developing him for a animation project that I was working on, in which he was going to be the main character. On screen you can see here that I'm doing my pencil sketch, which is almost complete, showing Detective Duck using his magnifying glass to investigate a clue to some particular crime that has occurred. As far as the character himself goes, it's one that I've revisited a few times over the years and done various pictures and used him for animation tutorials and the like. If you go back into some of my older videos, you can see that I did a character animation tutorial showing you how to draw characters in Cool Moves. As far as the original production that he was being designed for, that never got beyond the official, or beyond the, not official, just the general character designs for him and a few of the other characters that I had planned to appear. I didn't actually write a full script, but I had a sort of outline of what I intended to do with some ideas, and I did actually design a series of titles, of which I managed to animate just the main titles, which you can see on screen now, which is that particular animation is just a section of what the main titles would have been, which would have had Detective Duck running through the shot from various different angles, chasing after some shadowy figure, while his the actual text titles sort of came into being and introduced what was going on and those kinds of things. But yeah, it never really got any further than that. And these days I do have a painting in the wall of my studio that shows Detective Duck alongside my 3 Colour Monkey characters. This is an artwork that I did way back in 1997 when I actually had my own shop which I created and sold my artwork from. You can see in the picture there that the Colour Monkeys are doing the classic sort of see no evil, hear no evil and speak no evil thing to Detective Duck, who in that image is meant to be interviewing witnesses to a crime. But getting back to this particular artwork, you can see I've been inking it in here, and if you watched the last video you know I was having some trouble with lagging and delays between my pen and the tablet for some reason that I wasn't having in the video before that. I seem to manage to solve these. I didn't have that problem this time around. But having said that, this particular go at inking, I would have to say, would have to be the roughest so far of the drawings that I've done. If you look at it really closely, when we get to the final drawings, where I actually do show it close up, you'll see the lines are very sort of jaggedy and shaky, and I'm not really all that happy with how it turned out as such. Now I'm not really sure why I had such a hard time this time. I feel I did better on like my first 2 drawings of the month than I did with this one and the previous one, so I don't know, maybe it's just the amount of detail in these last 2 drawings is significantly more than the first 2 that I did, and I think I'm really going to have to pare it back a little bit and not do quite so much detail in my line drawings, because I really want these drawings to take less than an hour. This one actually took me 1 hour and 20 minutes to actually complete, which is far too long for a challenge that I've got to do every day, and I really don't have the time to be doing that quite so much, so I really got to pare it back. So maybe the next drawings won't be quite as detailed as this one. See there in the close-up, the lines are fairly rough, particularly around the magnifying glass and the background lines and whatever. But there you go, that's my 4th drawing for the month. I hope you've enjoyed seeing me create that particular image and seeing another one of my characters. Till next video, thanks for watching.